make a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
All right, we got Mark Sangiao here, the one and only Team Lakay coach. We just had Antonio, as we see, and he's fighting your guy, Eduard Folayang. But first, Mark, how's everything going? You're on with Nick and John, my co-hosts. Just, great to see you again.
Hello, good morning, guys, and thank you for inviting me here. And yes, we're excited again for the October 30th event. This will be a huge fight for...
Oh, we lost Mark briefly.
Oh, there it goes.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello, we got you.
I'm sorry for that.
No worries.
It's very important for Eduard's fight again, for them to be on top. And we prepared, Eduard prepared for this. For how many months? We're out for like 7 months, so we prepared for 7 months for this fight.
Yeah, you got the new gym, right? It opened up a few months ago, I think. I spoke to a couple of your guys. How is everything going over there in Baguio City?
Yes, we have to open up a new gym for us to train. It's a good gym. We have to level up since we have a small gym before. And for the development also of the skill of and the facilities of our gym, for us to prepare for big fights like One Championship.
And you've got a bunch of the other Lakay guys with you in Singapore. Has anyone flown over from the Philippines to help corner Eduard?
Yeah, we have the next batch. They just arrived last night for the next batch. But, of course, the One Championship is very, very strict. They have to allow only one corner. I think the Singapore government is very strict. They only allowed one corner for each athlete. So, but we have athletes in line. But for now, we're focusing on Eduard's fight on the 30th.
How has Eduard been looking, in training camp? You said 7 months. That's a long time to prepare for a fight.
Actually, 7 months because we're not allowed to go out. So, for the first 3 months, we have lockdown. So we are not allowed to go out. We have to train at home. And after that, we have this all professional training only after 3 months. So we have to let them train inside, and some of them just slept in the gym just to train, just to maintain their condition, because it's very strict. Yeah, they are very strict. But we have to follow protocols, of course, that our government implemented. Very strict.
Was it difficult to keep track of all your fighters during the 3-month lockdown, or was it pretty easy? Those guys seem like they're easily motivated.
Yeah, for me it's very easy because we have this group chat in the social media. So if you observe, they are always posting their. I let them post some of their workout at home. So every now and then they're posting in their social media. So it's it's for them. They're very passionate. So it's not hard for them. They're enjoying what they're doing. So maybe the only hard thing there is they cannot go out to train and have some partners. But for the last 2 to 3 months, our government allowed them. The professional athletes allowed them to train in the gym. So we're happy that for the last few months we are prepared. We trained with our team and back to almost normal.
Yeah, this is such a huge fight for Eduard, isn't it? What's the game plan against Antonio, and where do you see you can win this fight? What's the plan going in for this one?
Yes, this is very important for Eduard to be back on top. And yes, we know that Antonio is a multiple BJJ champion. So that speaks a lot about Antonio, and I've been watching his previous MMA fights, and we come up with a good plan, and hopefully all will work in our favor.
Has Eduard shaken off the disappointment from the last time out? He fought Peter Baust, who's number 3 ranked. It's difficult, isn't it, when you have a setback like that? Was there a period of self-doubt for Edward, or is he fully confident again?
By knowing Edward, I know that he'll be back. He recovered from that, and he's winning that match. But just a simple, when you're in this stage, just a simple mistakes, then you will be lost. But I know Edward, he has the toughest mental in the team. So I think he will be back, and he's very motivated to be back on top again.
Are there any other big fights you can tell us about for some of your guys on the horizon? I know one championship likes to keep things secret until it's all official, but anything you can give us on the show today?
Yep, everyone, we were preparing. They told us to prepare all the guys, and then our guys also here are very professional. They train even if they don't fight, they do not have fights. So they just tell us to prepare. And next, maybe in line, we have there Kevin, we have there Danny, Jehe, every boys, I think they're in line for until the end of this year.
How is Gina doing? I heard that she's pregnant, so she won't be fighting for a while.
Yes, for Gina, I think he'll this November. Her baby will be coming out this November. Wow. And she's very excited, especially that the Grand Prix will be staged again. I don't know when, but she's very excited. Before, she's not messaging me. Then when she heard that news, then wow, she told me that, Coach, I want to be in there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she can still go in, because she needs to some recovery. Needs some recovery in her after he will have her labor. Maybe
she can be a late replacement, during the Grand Prix.
Yeah, we cannot say, because like what did happen on the past, the experience on the past. Exactly. Regarding the Grand Prix, we have a lot of replacements, especially when they get injured.
Edward's opponent, Antonio, he's coming off his first loss as a professional. You as a coach, how do you prepare a fighter after they lost for the first time to have that confidence to go in there and win their next fight?
For me as a coach, we have this after talk. We have this word: we win or we learn. We after loss, we always learn, and in every fight and every competition, we consider that as very important, as if you treat it as your last fight. Then if you see the name as the rematch king, because every loss when the rematch, most of our athletes in Team Lakay won after their loss.
Well, I didn't know what that noise was. Sorry, is it on my end? Is it in your hotel? The beep?
I'm sorry. No.
No
lot
worries.
Of messages.
Oh yeah, I know you're a popular guy.
On my phone. I'm sorry, I'm using my phone. So.
Is that Chatri sending you the fight agreements or what? Well, what about
followers are?
Oh yeah, okay.
Today.
Yeah, well, any of the followers, if you're watching this, I know Team Lakay, you got crazy mad fans. So if you want to ask a question, please, we're live. Just type it in the comments there on Facebook or YouTube. We'll ask Mark anything you want. What about Joshua? Is he ready to go again? Is there any idea who he may defend his strawweight belt against next?
For me, I have strong feeling that will be against Saruta, because Saruta won last fight against Naito. And I told Joshua to always prepare. Then I know Joshua is very responsible champion. One experience there is during the lockdown, he slept inside the gym just to maintain his condition and train in the gym.
Joshua is so dedicated. I know. I think he's probably one of the best pound for pound in that division across the world, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, do you think this is something I've been thinking about after talking to Reese McLaren? That there seems to be a bit of a hold up with the DJ and Moraes fight for that flyweight belt. And Reese is open to some kind of little Grand Prix to maybe get an interim belt going or keep that division running. Is that something Danny would be interested in doing?
Yeah, I saw that Reese McLaren is interested to fight some of the Team Lakay athletes like Danny Kingad and Jay Takyo. And I saw Reese last fight and impressive. His striking developed and maybe that's why he wants to test skill again if he improves or not. But as you've said, the team is always ready.
What about Lito though? Because no one wants to take on Lito. He's like the boogeyman of the division. I think he's coming up so fast, and we know he's going to maybe fight Joshua one day.
Yes, Lito is very explosive. If you can see, very explosive, and all his fights were impressive. Very good fight, knockout, submission, name it. Then he's ready to show you a good fight. That's how Lito. Then every time I saw his training, yes, he's very motivated. He's on fire during his training.
Have you got any idea from when they may be able to put shows on safely again in Manila? Because we know they love to go to the Mall of Asia Arena. I've been there a couple of times for some shows, and the fans love it. It's always packed. The roof comes off the stadium. The noise is great. I miss being there. I'm sure your team do as well.
Yes, even us were very excited to that one will be back in Manila. You saw how the fans in Manila reacted on fights. And they're very supportive also in the Filipino athletes. And I think very soon, maybe they're just maybe have communication with the Games and Amusement Board on how they will run the event in Manila. But I think it's very soon because just observing Manila, it's going back almost to the normal, going back to the normal.
Yeah, what's the situation there with the COVID and the coronavirus? I mean, I'm in Hong Kong. John's in South Korea. I think Hong Kong definitely has it under control again. I'm not sure about Korea, John. Maybe you can fill us in. But yeah, Philippines. I don't know. Is it are the cases under control? Is it spiking or what?
Last time the case is spiking, but I think it weakening because a lot of like the cases that were infected, most of them recovered. So I think they have already, maybe, I don't know how they manage that, but I think there is. But there is a medication already that they discovered. I just don't know. But a lot of cases, maybe for 10, there is one who died for 10 cases. So I think it's maybe going back normal, though don't know the case now if it spikes or not.
Has COVID affected anybody close to you?
No, not in my in our case. No one was affected in our gym, and we're very lucky. And because we're trying also our in our side, are trying our part to to do the protocols or to make sure the safety of our athletes and all of the stuff going inside our gym.
All right, we got a question, if you can answer it, from Luke Welling here. What's Team Lakay's secret? Are there specific things that Mark feels make them uniquely successful?
Secret. Aside from a good bonding, we work together as a team, and we always go level up, go on the next level. We try to improve them, and we do that with the team. And like our new gym, we have our new gym just to prepare them for a bigger competition. And our environment are also friendly. We have a very good friendly environment which we can train outside during daytime. That's because in Cordillera, the northern part of the Philippines, we have a good environment. It's cool, so you can train during daytime even if we're outside the gym. So we can run uphill the mountain at night. We train at the gym, and also historical in history, we have most of our ancestors were warriors. So in our heart, we have the warrior spirit.
The Igorot Warriors, right?
The Igorot, yeah. You know it.
Well, yeah. Well, we got another comment. It's not really a question, but I think we could ask you about it. From Andrew, someone who's watching, he's saying Caruso is good on the ground. I hope Folayang has prepared for it. It's one of his weaknesses. We saw Eddie Alvarez expose Folayang on the ground. He got that rear naked choke after Eduard looked so in control in that fight. And a lot of people say, "Oh, Team Lakay, they're no good on the ground." But I think we saw, Jay especially. He defended so well for so long and got the win last time out. And are you tired of people saying Team Lakay are no good on the ground? Because you really have improved, over the last couple of years, I think.
Yeah. We cannot blame this. We cannot blame them because that's what we did so before. But if you try to observe the improvements of Team Lakay, the grappling, we have Joshua Pasio, the Passion Lock. We have Danny Kikan trying over to control Rhys McLaren in the third round through his wrestling grappling. We have Lito Adiwang. He submitted Ikeda and Pung Shuri. And you can see the improvement for them. And maybe that's before when we're starting. But now we work. We have to be complete. As a coach, I have to see to it that they will improve their weaknesses. And we cannot deny that before. But now I think our athletes are ready to go. MMA, mixed martial arts, name it, then they will fight you.
Have you had your fighters go out and train at other gyms, other countries, or do you bring somebody in for the wrestling and the grappling? Because the wrestling, I feel like you guys have improved a lot over the past couple of years.
Yes, I'm open-minded. For me, sometimes if they want to go out, okay, go out, go train, improve yourself, develop yourselves. And if we need to have coaches from wrestling, we call them. We try to sign them in the gym, and and that's a good help for the team. That's why the team improves a lot in terms of wrestling and grappling.
How do you keep them like that? It seems like not a lot of fighters, but there's certain fighters, they get big and they get the belts and they kind of, their mindset changes. But Team Lakay, their mindset has been always the same. It doesn't matter if they're the champion or not. How do you keep them like that?
Let's go back to the secret. That's one secret, the bonding. We treat each other as a family. We grew up together, then, learning, keep on learning, try to explore. But at the end of the day, we are one, we're family.
So when is the whole family together now then already, or are you still waiting for a few more to fly in from the Philippines?
Yeah, the others just fly yesterday. They just arrived last night. And we're just waiting for the one championship to release some names of our teams to compete in the couple of days or weeks. Next week. Yep.
Will you be staying there for a while then? Do you know how long you might be in Singapore?
I'll be back on the 2nd, and maybe next month after a week I'll be back again here in Singapore because others will be fighting again. Will be
Oh,
competing.
okay.
So
Do you have to
we have to be very busy now. Yeah.
Do you have a
flight.
quarantine when you get back to the Philippines?
Yeah, in the Philippines we have 3 to 5 days quarantine.
Oh, okay.
After the swab, you have to quarantine you for 3 to 5 days. But depends if your results arrive earlier, then you'll go out earlier.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, were you tempted to maybe just stay in Singapore, to avoid having to quarantine or what? I know you got the family back home and you can't stand to be away from your kids too long.
Yes. As long as I'm trying my best to be safe. I don't want to be in crowded, be in crowd, but sometimes you can't avoid because we have to go out. I have many staff for people to take care when I go back, maybe for 3 days, then back again, just to make sure that all will be fine.
And I heard it's difficult with the coaching in terms of at the hotel. You can only have one-on-one coaching sessions. Sorry, I just hit the mic. You have to go down and it's just you and the fighter on the mats, and it's a difficult adjustment to make for some of the fighters. But do you think it's going to affect your guys, or are they fine with that setup, just one-on-one?
Yeah, it's an adjustment. But for me, it's not hard, just easy adjustment. Because all of us, same with the other team, all of us should follow that. So I think it's up to us to make our own alternative. It depends on you if the pressure will affect you. But for us, I think it's very easy adjustment.
Well, look, it's going to be an awesome fight. I can't wait to see it. Eduard Folayang against Antonio the Spartan Caruso. What can the people expect? Are you the first fight on the card? I can't remember whether you're second above after Ritu Fagat.
Oh yeah, just look at the card, but I don't know if for the first we don't have yet the schedule.
I'm gonna bring that up on screen here.
Yeah.
I think you're the second bout. Okay. Yeah. Well, what can the people expect? I'm expecting a good fight. Obviously Antonio might want to take it down to the ground, but is Eduard going to be able to keep it on the feet?
Yes, for sure. Antonio will try to pressure him to go out to control and go on his advantage. But we prepare for that. Eduard can. If Antonio cannot do that, he will be standing up. You have to bang each other. Then depends. But as I told Eduard, this is one of your very important to you because this will lead you again on top. So just watch out. This will be a good fight.
Yeah, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but what would a win here in Singapore inside the Matrix, what does that do for Eduard? Does that get him back on path to the title again, or what? What's the next step if he gets this win? I know you don't want to look too far ahead.
Yeah, this will lead again Eduard to be on the top again. Maybe because he wants really on fire to be on top and get that belt again for the third time.
So he's got no intention of hanging up the gloves, retiring. I know he's one of the veterans, a true veteran in the Philippines for MMA, but he's got no interest in retiring anytime soon.
No, honestly, we don't have yet any worries about retiring. I don't hear any words from Eduard to get retired after this fight or whatever the decision is.
Awesome. Well, We have our next guest coming up, Tiffany Teo, so we're going to have to move on to her. But Mark, I really appreciate you joining us on the show. And yeah, we really can't wait to see this fight, Edward against Antonio. Good luck to Edward, obviously.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's 11 o'clock.
For having me. Sorry, a lot of disturbance from my phone. Thank you very much for having me this morning. And yes, watch the fight on the October 30th. And for our fans, thank you very much for always being there and supporting the team.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks so much. Cheers, Mark. Salamat.
Salamat.
Thanks.